This is my first tip on what you need to do before you start working out. So, I have created 5 tips and I will do it in individual videos for you to help you on this journey of fitness. So, my first tip is find your big why. Unless you have a big why to do something, then usually it's a dream. It doesn't become a reality. For me, my big why was being healthy to be around for my grandchildren. And yesterday was just a wonderful example of that. My husband and I, we walked David Josiah for probably about a little over an hour, and I had the energy to do that, although we live in hot, humid, sunny South Florida. Um, about 2 weeks ago, I had the opportunity to take them to the mall, and to him, it seemed like this one slide at the mall where the kids play, it seemed like it was Mount Everest, and I had to emotionally and physically be there for my 20-month-old grandbaby and run around and make sure that he was safe. I could have never done that unless I was physically fit. And that's my big why. Um, when I look at people that I admire and love, the best example for me, and she is the person that I owe my ultimate gratitude to, is my mother. She is an unbelievable inspiration of what that big why looks like. So my mother is in her 70s, and if you know my mother, you know that she is just this full of life person. I even hesitated before I put this on video because I don't want anybody ever coming up to my mother and feeling sorry for my mother. My mother is a wonderful, wonderful example of what your big why looks like. She sews about 10 to 12 hours a day. And her big reasoning for sewing is because she supports a family in the Dominican Republic where we're from. And she supports a family that lost a husband in a horrible car accident. So anytime you call my mother, you hear 2 things. You hear the sewing machine going, and you usually hear her Bible. She puts her Bible on CDs to listen to it because my mom has cataracts in her eyes and she's not able to see. She's also, from the age of 2, she's not able to hear from one of her ears. My mother retired a long time ago. She has no reason to work, but she has never stopped working for the past 15 years. I mean, she's been retired that long, but she continues to sew, and the money she buys things for this one family. She sends money on a monthly basis. She sends money to her siblings in the Dominican Republic. She sends money to jails and hospitals, and that's my mom. She has one of her rooms in New York. It's a total factory. If you look at this room, there's nothing but threads and fabrics and everything else you could imagine, because that's her life. That's her big why. My dad says she's gonna sew, even when she goes to heaven, the gowns of the angels. And she gets up every day and she thinks of these people, and that's what you need to think about when you think of working out. What is it that moves you to go? Because when that alarm goes off, and like for me, I work out in the morning, and I had to work out at 4 a.m. And it didn't matter if I went to sleep at 11, 12 o'clock. I had to get up and work out because I had a big why. Or maybe for you it's at night, where you're going to be working out at night. You had the day, you were tired, and now you have to put in the work. What is it that's going to move you? That's the first thing I ask people that want to join my fitness groups. What's your big why? Think about that, write it down, and that's going to help you when you want to hit the snooze button.